Hello friends, this is Tim Schrock from Design Build Solutions bringing you today's Tech Tip Tuesday. Today's tip is a little unique. With remodeling, as you know, it can be it can be complex to figure out how to do this, how to build it, how to design it, and how to model it properly so that it looks right in all views within the software. Today, again, I am using Chief Architect Premiere version X10 on my iMac desktop computer, and this is what we've got here. The floor plan looks okay until we understand in the elevation that these levels are all over the place. You see my ceiling level drops, my floor level drops, and even this floor to this floor, there's a 13.5-inch difference down here into here, and then another 33 inches down, or 21 inches down there. So as you can see, it's kind of odd. What we're wanting to show our client for one version of this design is that we build up the floor here on top of the existing floor. So I want to add a floor in here, and then I want to move this over here. We're going to spray foam this roof and finish this out like so, across here, right? So how do I manage all of these different levels, the different framing, etc., etc.? It's going to be tricky. Yes, I know. So what I did was, here's the new layout. What I did was I'm actually going to leave those floors at the level of minus 33.5 as they were originally. What I did was I created a 2 polyline solids in here. And let me take a section view of this. So I've got this polyline solid here. That's a 2x10 shape that's going to line up with the floor joists, and then a 3/4 inch polyline solid to line up with the subfloor. Now, yes, I'm going to need one more layer up there to show the floor material, and we'll do that here in a bit. But this is what I've got, and then I'm going to have to deal with the moldings, like the base moldings, etc. But I can deal with that as well. So let's go back to first floor. Let's take a dollhouse view. And it's not quite right because I don't have the floor system in there. Let's take care of that really quick. So my floor system is 7/8 of an inch thick. Alright, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy, paste in place, and open that. Command E on my keyboard, or Control E if you're on a PC. We're going to go 7/8 of an inch thick, elevation at the top. Elevation at the bottom we want minus 13.5, because that's the top of the subfloor. Okay, there's that piece. Now this piece I'm going to have to resize to be here, and let's give that the same material as that there. Floor plan, I'm going to come in here, select this, and now I'm going to copy this same material here over here, because that in the closet is also going to be wood. I believe it's going to be wood. For now, we'll make it wood. And then I'm going to copy a material, separate material region, not material region, you know what I mean, a separate material definition here, because that's going to be, could be one floor tile in the shower is different from the bathroom, right? So I'm going to copy this down and drag this down here like that. Now let's call this a bath. It'll be easy to the reason I called it as a bath is just I got the tile definition that I could copy and paste over here. And then let's do, one more. Tile situation here. Call it, let's do this. Do this one in the shower, like that. Okay, so now, that's the section we just showed here. Now, here's some tricky things, right? The toilet's got to go up 20 inches. I had to set the the header of the window to absolute, or it was going to be off kilter. So what I did was I selected this window and changed it to absolute. I found what the elevation 66.5 is, cancel, and I'm going to change this elevation at top to be 66.5. This door is going to have to be 24 from the bottom. This door is going to have to be 20. Lots of things to think about when you're doing it this way. But the reason, again, I'm doing it is because then now my exterior looks proper, the foundation looks right, the sections will look right when I pull this, because I will draw the floor joists in there and then raise them up 20 inches. So there's that. I can actually take off the threshold, right? I'm going to do no threshold. So in plan view, it's going to look proper there. And then moldings. This base molding, we're going to have to do an offset of 20 inches from the floor to the bottom there. And that way everything's looking proper. Now it is going to be some tricky things in here, as I'm sure you're well aware. Dealing with the moldings, dealing with the windows, dealing with the doors, dealing with the fixtures. Let's make sure this, we're going to raise up, not 200, 20 to the bottom. Everything does make it look odd, right? Now, what I will also have to do is I'm going to raise up so that my framing works properly. I'm going to grab these walls and lift them up 20 inches. Just my new interior walls. interesting. I can't raise the... I cannot raise the bottom of a railing. Okay, that's fine. If you know how to raise the bottom of a railing and have that as a tip that I can learn, go ahead and leave your comments below, and we'll get that figured out. So now all of these walls sit on top of my new wall that I want to my new floor that I want to build. In order to keep this, I have to maintain an invisible wall right along the line of where that changes. So instead of demolishing or deleting that wall, I had to move that up. Moldings 20. This room, I don't want moldings anyway. In the closet, in the shower. Let's put my curb in there. Bathrooms. Shower curb. Yes. Turn this way. Perspective overview again. Let's make this, so that would be 62. So in my renderings, things are looking proper. In my sections, things are looking proper. All is doing quite well, I would say. I hope this has been helpful for you. It's not something you're going to run into every day, I hope, but in case you run across this, I did think of it later. I could have done maybe could have done a stair landing there as an object that could be framed in. I don't know that I have that much control over the layers of things. I might check that out, but this is the first way that I approach this subject and got it to work sort of in this way. I hope this has been helpful. If you have learned something or kind of seen something new here, I would appreciate the favor of a thumbs up. As always, subscribe and click that notification bell, and you'll get notified each week that I upload a new video for Tech Tip Tuesday, of course, on Tuesdays. As always, have a wonderful